But this is my favorite part of doing segments, which we really haven't got to do yet on this channel, and that's bringing theory and historical significance into the mix. And theory can only take you so far, which is why I don't want this channel to just be doing book dissections. But theory can show you how to best improve your praxis and the best way to think about what is possible. But anarchist theory, for instance, says, well, it's awesome, but we need solidarity and direct action. So that's something I love about anarcho-syndicalism, is even though there's this like crazy utopian element to it, it's also a very practical technique for achieving this utopia that involves cat strikes, direct action, solidarity, all that good stuff. So Homage to Catalonia was a pretty interesting example of anarcho-syndicalism at work, but most of the novel revolved around fighting fascists, so we didn't get to see a lot of the actual like politics of it. Well, we saw a lot of the war of it. And the politics were messy as fuck because we had Republicans, so Republican conservatives, some of them were on board with the anarchists and the socialists. And some of the other Republicans were more of the Catholic type that was all right with Franco invading. But more often than not, the Republicans were nationalistic, which meant that the Spanish nationals were actually on board with the anarchists because they're defending Spain from being invaded. So there's a lot at play here. But what I thought that was really interesting that no one really talks about is the communists. And by communists, I believe that we are talking about the Communist Party of Spain, so the Marxist-Leninists. Whereas like the POUM, the Marxist Trotskyists who Orwell was with, they were actually on the fucking ground fighting the fascists. Now, the Communist Party was not. And in fact, Orwell he wasn't even really criticizing them too much, but he was just saying they were just kind of leaning back, just waiting, and they didn't actually really want a revolution. Because a revolution I believe that a revolution would have shown that the people of Spain did not need the Communist Party to advance their goals. So as the anarchists were actually getting Barcelona and Catalonia set up as functioning societies without government or even private business involvement, it was just people as collectives owning the means of production and making sure that the community runs while men and women are out fighting the fascists. The Communist Party was just waiting for their turn to seize power, which never really happened. But so they didn't support the revolution because the revolution would have shown that the people can seize power and seize the means of production without a partisan party. So my take on the DSA, and please bear with me, I'm not trying to smear them. I'm just trying to use some theory to say that the problem with political parties in general, which the DSA is that their main goal is seizing power. It's not necessarily to help everyone. Now, they might say that they want power so that they can help everyone. That's awesome. But in that process of obtaining power, you may lose sight of why you wanted that power in the first place. So I believe that in Orwell, with the Spanish Civil War, that actually kind of set something in his mind where he's like, okay, well, I agree with the libertarian socialist. He was agreeing with even some of the Trotskyists and some of the Marxists, but he was really he said he agreed with the anarchists the most. And I think that he saw that, okay, they actually are having this sense of camaraderie and getting shit done. But there was this elitist aura with the communists where they just wanted power. And I think that kind of set something in his mind where he was like, I got to be wary of the Marxist-Leninists. And I think that kind of set the stage for Animal Farm. So thank you for listening. Please do me a huge favor, like and subscribe. And once again, I'm trying to be very fair about the matter. I'm just trying to say that the DSA is kind of insinuating that Dore is a class reductionist, but they also have been lambasted as being a class reductionist in the past. So I think we need to have an intersectional approach where sometimes the class reductionists are going to make good points, and maybe we shouldn't even consider them as class reductionists because it's kind of fucked up to do. And then also, maybe I was being too hard on the DSA in the past. I've done the other insult where I'm saying they're acting too much like identity politic liberals. So let's just be rational about the whole thing, but we need to understand that power corrupts, and political parties, their ultimate goal is holding on to power. It's not serving you.